She just wanted her nails done. Then she vanished. Nail tech true story with a twist. Hey friends, welcome back to another day in the life with your favorite nail tech. Today started like any other Monday. Rainy, moody skies, and the smell of coffee in the air. I was up early, brushing off the weekend and prepping my home studio in East Point for my 9 a.m. appointment. I had a full book of regulars today, but my first client was new. Her name was Dahlia Bishop. Booked under a Cash App name, no Instagram, no references, nothing. That's not super unusual, but I always get a little curious when someone doesn't have any socials, you know? She booked for a full sculpted acrylic set with 3D flowers and rhinestones. A 2-hour appointment, paid in full upfront. Seemed legit. At exactly 8:57, I hear a knock. I open the door, and there she was. Mid-30s, tall, red trench coat, sleek braids down to her waist. She smiled, but something about it didn't quite reach her eyes. Still, I smiled back, offered her some water, and got to work. She had a soft voice and a calm energy. Asked me questions about how I got started, what it's like being self-employed, and whether I ever accepted crypto payments. I thought that was kind of random, but hey, we're in 2023. Everybody's into crypto these days. Then she said something that made me pause. She asked, "Have you ever had a client disappear on you?" I laughed it off like, "Girl, you mean like ghost me after they book?" And she just smiled again and said, "No, I mean disappear like forever." Okay, red flag, right? But she said it in such a calm, dreamy voice that I just kept working. The set came out flawless. Clear acrylic base, milky white ombre tips, little pearlescent flowers. It was giving ethereal. She admired her hands like she was looking at them for the first time. Then she stood up, thanked me softly, and left. Here's where things get weird. My next client, Monique, comes in and notices something under the chair Dahlia was sitting in. It's a small USB flash drive. I open it because curiosity is my toxic trait. And inside are 3 folders. One is labeled Bank Records 2016-2022. Another, Investigation Files. And the third, Do Not Open. Now you know I opened it. Inside were photos of Dahlia, but they were dated back to 2018, 2019, 2020. In every picture, she looked exactly the same. Same hair, same face, no aging, no changes. I Googled her name, and my heart dropped. Dahlia Bishop was reported missing in New Orleans in 2017. Y'all, that means the woman who sat in my chair today has been missing for 6 years. I tried calling the number on her booking form, disconnected. I checked the Cash App, gone. Like the profile never existed. At this point, I was panicking. I called the police, gave them the USB, the security cam footage from outside my studio, and the Cash App receipt. Guess what? The footage never captured her walking in or out. The police still have no answers. The detective on the case told me something that still haunts me. There's no record of anyone named Dahlia Bishop being alive past 2017, but there have been sightings. Nail salons, hair shops, even financial institutions, always asking about money laundering, off-the-grid investments, and always disappearing right after. I haven't seen her since, but every time I hear that soft knock on my door, my heart skips. Because what if she comes back? What if she was never really gone? And what was she really trying to tell me? So, yeah, that's my day in the life. A little polish, a little mystery, and a whole lot of questions. Be safe out there, babes. And if someone books you under a Cash App name with no socials, maybe ask a few more questions than I did. I thought that would be the end of it. Until a week later, I received an envelope in my mailbox. No return address, just my name in elegant cursive, Kayana. Inside was a single Polaroid photo. It was me, doing Dahlia's nails. Same outfit, same setup, same exact angle as the one from my phone. But I never took that photo. And in the background, on my shelf, was a candle I hadn't even bought yet. I called the detective again. He came over, studied the photo, and got real quiet. Then he asked if I had any clients named Marcus Ryland. I said no. He told me Marcus was the lead financial investigator on Dahlia's case back in 2017. He'd vanished a year after her, last seen leaving a private bank in Buckhead. The crazy part? That same bank had recently flagged a dormant crypto account. And guess who the account belonged to? I couldn't sleep for days. Then one night, I got another booking. No name, no number. Just the word rebalance. That's nail tech lingo, but when I Googled it, it also led me to a defunct financial group that had been under investigation for laundering over $80 million through nail salons and hair studios across the Southeast. Dahlia's name was listed as a silent partner. The final straw? I found a note under my UV lamp last Thursday. I hadn't seen it before. Just 5 words, handwritten in that same cursive. You passed the first test. Since then, every mirror in my studio has had the faintest handprint. Small, like Dahlia's. But the glass? Cold. Too cold for Atlanta. Too cold for the living. I thought about shutting down the studio completely. But something in me needed answers. I started digging. Through Dahlia's booking info, through old news articles, even through the USB copy the detective let me keep. That's when I found a file labeled Client List Tier 1. It was encrypted, but I recognized the names. Nail techs, estheticians, lash artists, all local, all women. I reached out to a few, and 2 of them never responded. When I looked them up, they were listed as missing persons. That same night, my studio lights flickered around 3:12 a.m. I wasn't even there, but I got a notification from my security app. Motion detected, back room. When I checked the footage, there was a figure. Tall, red coat standing over my chair. No face visible, just standing there. Then the video glitched, and the footage corrupted. The only thing left was a single frame, frozen in time, my chair with a folded $100 bill on it. And when I zoomed in, the serial number spelled out DB3017, Dahlia Bishop, October 30th, 2017, her reported date of death. The case is still open. The FBI contacted me last week. They asked if I'd be willing to testify, not just about Dahlia, but about what? They're calling the Beauty Network, an underground ring using nail techs as financial couriers. I said yes, but now I'm not so sure. Because sometimes I wake up with nail dust on my hands, even on my days off. And yesterday, a new client booked under the name Marcus R. I almost canceled Marcus R's appointment. But curiosity has a way of dragging you into places you shouldn't go. He showed up right on time, 9 a.m. sharp, dressed sharp too, like a man going to court or a funeral. He didn't say much, just handed me a sealed manila envelope and said, "She told me you'd know what to do." Inside was a burner phone. No apps, no contacts, just one scheduled. Calendar event set for October 9th, 2025. 2 years exactly since Dahlia's visit. The event name? Full Rebalance. I tried to play it cool, but I was shaking so bad I almost dropped my brush. When I looked up, Marcus was gone. No footsteps, no door opening, no sound, just gone. I rewound the security footage, same glitch, same corruption. But this time, something new appeared in the final frame. A QR code. I scanned it. And it opened a GPS map with one pin, deep in the woods outside Atlanta. Location marked. Final fill. I haven't gone out there yet. Every part of me says, don't. But what if that's where the missing texts are? What if that's where Dahlia is? Or what she's become? This may be the last day in the life I ever post. If I don't upload next week, don't come looking. Just keep your books clean. Watch your cameras, and whatever you do, never open the Do Not Open folder. Last night, as I was locking up the studio, I noticed something scratched into the underside of my nail table, something that definitely wasn't there before. 5 letters. SEEDS. I didn't get it at first, until I remembered one of the files on the USB, one I hadn't dared to open until now. Inside was a document titled Seeds Protocol. Pages. And pages of coded instructions, transaction routes, and one disturbing final line. When the last fill is complete, the seed will awaken, host will initiate phase 2. And the host is always a nail tech. I haven't slept properly in days. Every time I close my eyes, I see flashes. UV light flickering like a strobe, nails with symbols carved into the cuticle line, and faces with no eyes, just empty sockets weeping glitter and acetone. The phone Marcus gave me won't stop vibrating at exactly 3:12 a.m., even with no SIM card. No screen messages, just humming. And now, strange women have started showing up near my studio, standing across the street, never speaking, all wearing red trench coats. I caught one watching me while I cleaned up last night, and when I stepped outside to confront her, she simply turned and walked away. But on the sidewalk where she stood was a tiny glass nail vial. Inside it, a single artificial nail, perfectly sculpted with my logo on it, one I never made. The design, black marble with gold veins and 5 tiny crystals, shaped exactly like the layout of the seed's GPS coordinates. I think I've become part of something I can't undo, and now every set I finish feels like it's building towards something, like I'm crafting the countdown, the channel where mystery meets nail obsession. I break down chilling cases, shocking twists, and unsolved stories you won't stop thinking about. Unsolved mysteries. Missing. Disclaimer: the crime stories shared on this channel are fictional and created purely for entertainment purposes. Viewer discretion is advised, as the themes may still include sensitive or suspenseful content. Watch as I bring you thrilling tales. Thanks for watching. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the bell so you never miss an upload.